Welcome back. Big thanks to Anthony Sanfilippo from On Pattison. You can follow his work at On Pattison on Twitter. You can follow him on Twitter as well at AntSanPhilly. Enjoy his work. You also follow him at Snow the Goalie, by the way. He does all the shows from the press row show of Russ Joy and former Flyers defenseman Chris Therien as well. He also does a podcast, the Fightin' Podcast. He does with Bob Wankel. New episodes every Monday and Friday throughout the Phillies season, by the way. So, big shout out to Anthony Sanfilippo. We've not had him on in a while. Great to talk to him for the first time. And maybe I had to look at the archive. This is 2023, by the way. So, very bad job by me. So,
that's a huge loss. I want to put you in the box for 2 minutes.
Give me 5 in a game, maybe. You should just say you should
get game misconduct for that.
Yeah, I should be getting a game misconduct, by the way. I talk to everyone on the West Coast anyway, but I've not been giving that much love to the East Coast anyway. So
hey, anytime you get information from the floor down there at the Flyers complex that's constantly in flux, always good chat, always good talk. And yeah, shout out to Bundy, man.
Yep, shout out to Bundy going after the Canadian media, which we appreciate, by the way. We like to say that Anthony Sanfilippo had his fingerprints on the show today. So
he did,
like Kevin Hayes would say, people would say. So that's right. All right. Trade deadline is next week. We'll talk about that next week with Joe Manuel. It's a little tease for next week, by the way. So, all right. MLB, Jackson Profar gets suspended for a year for a banned substance, by the way. Is he the new donkey of the year for Major League Baseball, as we did not throw out even a single regular season first pitch yet?
Jackson Profar signed a 3-year, $42 million contract with the Atlanta Braves.
Not a 4-year deal.
Runs through the 2027 season. January 2025 is when it was signed. Guaranteed in $12 million, $15 million for both of the back end of deals. However, as of March, that's right, kids, not his first. No.
Second?
His second suspension for a PED violation. One time, shame on me. 2 times, shame on you. Or shame on you, shame on me.
Shame on me.
However, shame on me. Yeah, like, come on, man. Come on, dude. You're getting a bag. It's guaranteed money. You put yourself in the spot. One more time, he's done. Lifetime ban.
Only in the Banana Republic, baby.
He's in the Banana Republic right now anyways. What is he going to do for the year?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? What are you going to do with the Caribbean League?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how that works. I mean, NFLPA or MLBPA's got to come up and be like, hey, listen, you going to pay this guy? Going to hold the money? You going to put it in escrow?
Is he going to come out? That's what I always want. We will ask some people that anyways of our baseball people anyways.
Let's ask.
We'll do that. All right. So we have the World Baseball Classic. It fired up, by the way, like I say.
Yeah, a little fired up. Yeah.
We had a little fired up of the Baseball Classic. They played yesterday an exhibition, by the way, the World Baseball Classic. They beat San Francisco Giants 15-1, by the way.
Well, Gigantes.
They play Wednesday at 3:10 Eastern. Check your local listing, by the way. For that game, by the way. So they play the Colorado Rockies. I expect them to drop 25 runs on them, by the way.
They'll put the B team in.
The B team. Then they play. Then competition starts Friday night. By the way, it's 8 p.m. versus Brazil. They play. Logan Webb is starting. Great Britain Saturday. Tariq Skubal is pitching at 8:00 on the Big Fox. By the way. Then they play Monday versus Mexico at 8:00 in Houston. Paul Skeens is pitching. Then they play Italy, to be determined, by the way. So it's a 9:00 start. So 8:00 Eastern. 9:00 Eastern, 8:00 Central in the city of the spaceships, by the way.
I'd like to shout out the Azzurri for bringing back an espresso machine inside the dugout.
Italy, they did that?
Yeah. Always good to get a little shot of espresso during the game.
There we go.
Agree with that.
Why? That should be more. I know Gatorade is a sponsor, but I feel like they should do that. Like some teams should just do that for kicks and giggles,
Yeah, it's not like come on, Boston, looking at you. You can get up with Dunkin', get some iced coffees in there when it's hot in the summertime. Come on. They can give it to you.
Iced coffee machine in the dugout. I like it.
Yeah, an iced coffee machine, yeah.
So
absolutely.
We will have a lot of late night baseball action, especially on the overseas,
Yeah, great for you West Coast viewers.
Not good for our East Coast viewers, by the way.
Not good for East Coast viewers. No,
But
you'll
that
be in
would-
bed.
Will we be in bed or will we be at the bar watching?
It depends on when they air. I mean, if it's late night going into the weekends, what's worse, right? Going to an establishment on like a Friday into a Saturday, you're trying to have a good time, right? The NCAA tournament hasn't kicked off yet. And you look up and the worst thing in the world is on. And it's like a West Coast NBA game. You have no interest in whatsoever. No one is paying attention to it. No one cares. And all you're looking for is there still a beer special while the game is on?
I like it. I like it.
Give me
I
some
know.
baseball. Give me some patriotism right now.
So Wednesday, as we record on this Wednesday, you probably,
Mhm.
as you were listening to this Thursday, probably Chinese Taipei and Australia play at 10 p.m. By the way, FS1. By the way,
Okay.
you got that game. Mexico played the Dodgers today. Great Britain plays San Diego. I already mentioned those others. 5 a.m. By the way,
5 a.m.
on Thursday. By the way, Thursday, Czechia versus Korea.
Okay.
that.
Chechnya.
Czechia. Then Czechia plays Australia 10 p.m. by the way, Eastern. I don't know how they're playing two teams at one time. I don't get that, by the way. But Friday we have 5 a.m. Japan Chinese Taipei on Fox. 11 a.m. Cuba versus Panama. 12 p.m. on Tubi. Netherlands versus Venezuela.
Okay.
Mexico Great Britain at 1 o'clock on FS1. 6 p.m. Puerto Rico and Colombia. 7 p.m. Nicaragua and Dominican Republic. 8 p.m. USA Brazil. 10 p.m. Friday. Chinese Taipei and Czechia, by the way. We got action.
We've got baseball action.
Yes. So they're all on either the FS1, Tubi, the Fox app, FS2, FS1, Big Fox, FS2. We think we got most of those channels, right?
Yeah. I mean, you got to get ready. Listen, this is preview for the March Madness tournament. We're on True TV, IDTV, CBS TV, TNT, TBS, ABC, BBD, all that stuff.
Not the BBC, anyways.
Not the BBC, no.
But
Although
got
they might
action.
carry the Great Britain baseball game. I don't know.
Who knows? But this game's Monday, like 6 a.m. New. You have two noon games, by the way. I can check which one of these are out in Miami, by the way. So do I go to one of these games if I have time permitting, by the way, and schedule permitting, by the way? Colombia, Puerto Rico, 7 o'clock on a Monday. Mexico versus United States on Monday night at 8. By the way, I'm the Big Fox. By the way, I like to say we got some content to watch. By the way,
We've got content.
we got content and stuff. And so there's a lot of baseball action. So if you don't want to watch the Phillies or the Cubs doing exhibition games, you can always throw on the USA game or anyone else. But I know one thing: at least Pete Crow Armstrong and Alex Bregman are on the USA team, by the way. With Kyle
Yeah,
Schwarber.
I'm looking at that roster and I'm thinking to myself, how can you only carry 4 specifically designated outfielders? That's it.
That's ridiculous.
Roman Anthony, Byron Buxton, PCA, and Judge. Like, we don't have another American outfielder we can throw in there.
I don't think. Well, the problem was the insurance companies were not letting it fly.
Come on. If Schwarber and Harper
Well,
are playing,
Schwarber's your DH, automatic DH, by the way.
he can play in the outfield if you need him, man. Come on.
I've seen it play in the outfield, by the way. He tore his
It's not
ACL
good.
once, by the way.
It's not good. Not good.
I've seen it. Anyways, the other thing is I like to say conference tournament starts up next week, by the way. We're jumping around a little bit as we do this on the Upper Bowl podcast. Conference tournaments start up next week, so get ready for that. I like to say, are you ready for conference tournament basketball, by the way?
I am ready for conference tournament, and I'm trying to recall. It's oh my gosh, it's not Horizon. It's I gotta look through my
Missouri
poster.
Valley.
The one where like you win 7 games, you're automatically in.
Oh, it was the biggest tournament.
Sun Belt, the Sun Belt.
Ah,
So Sun Belt Conference, right? You start out. Say you're on the back end of the Sun Belt Conference. This would be
wait, the Sun Belt plays basketball. I'm
Sun Belt
great.
plays basketball. Yes, and it's actually the tournament's been played this year in Pensacola, Florida. Shout out Pensacola. So
No way.
Louisiana, Georgia State, ULM, and Old Dominion. If any one of those teams wins the tournament, it will be 7 wins, 7 games, 7 days. One, they get the automatic bid, but like you should like bump them to like the next round, right? They should kind of get to group of 32. Like get past the first weekend.
How about that at least?
Come on.
I did not know Sunbelt played basketball, so I think this is
Sunbelt's
me.
playing basketball.
Number booby right. I did not know the Sunbelt played basketball. By the way,
we got the number 1 seed waiting in the wings, just waiting, is Troy, and the number 2 seed is the Marshall Thundering Herd. But they don't get a game until game 11 or game 12 of this tournament.
Woof.
Meanwhile, everyone else has
Woof.
got to go through the gauntlet.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, Jesus!
Shout out to the Sun Belt.
Shout out to Sunbelt for that, by the way. You want some ACC news? I know that Miami wins these next 2 games. If they win tonight and they win, if they win tonight, they clinch a top 3 seed, so have a double bye. So they all play only. So
is it top 3 or top 4 in the ACC?
It is our favorite number, by the way. Top 4,
Okay,
baby.
Top 4, baby.
You want to know where Miami's at?
4.
3.
Oh, okay, all right.
So 16-1 is Duke. UVA is number 2 as Duke blew out UVA, by the way. Yep.
No comment.
Miami is Miami, and it's North Carolina right now. Because NC State lost. Kind of killed them anyway, so they kind of flew. So you have 3 traditional basketball powers with a football school. How about that, by the way?
How about that?
So also, not everybody goes to the ACC tournament, by the way.
What happens?
The bottom schools they don't come. No invite.
What's that song?
Should I stay or should I go now?
No, where the girl's like, "You're uninvited."
And they're stopping the fight. They're stopping the fight as we get out of this promo.
I'm not going to sing
that the
90s
fight has been
grunge,
stopped.
that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So Georgia Tech, BC, Notre Dame, Pittsburgh, Syracuse.
See, we can laugh at ourselves, folks. Syracuse, what's up with the Qs? Get out.
Get out. Get out. You're not coming to Charlotte this year, by the way.
You can't come to the party.
You can't come to the party. So we have too many teams anyways. So
Talk about a substantial fall off from grace, though, man, right? Syracuse used to be a set it and forget it school when it came to tournament time.
guess they Pitt 2 back in the day.
Oh, yeah, Pitt too. Yeah, there was an article that came out. I'm going to say it was USA Today. I don't want to steal their content, but they alluded to some old powerhouse teams from the Big East that have just completely fallen by the wayside.
Who was it? Was that what? Is there how many schools did they mention from the Big East?
I think they mentioned 6 or 7 schools.
Can I guess these schools?
Yeah, go ahead, go for it.
Syracuse, Virginia Tech, is Virginia Tech up on there? By the way,
I don't think Virginia Tech was on there. I think definitely Pitt, definitely Syracuse, because they jumped out right away.
Okay.
To me.
Louisville.
Yeah, Louisville was on there.
Louisville was on there. Can I say? I would say UConn with the AAC. Can I say Rutgers at least?
I think honorable mention Rutgers.
Honorable mention Rutgers. I'm thinking Big East schools. Big East schools. Miami.
That might have been honorable mention. Georgetown was on there.
Yeah, Georgetown's fell off a cliff, by the way, since AI went pro. So my joke.
That's been kind of horrendous, man, because Georgetown was mainstay when it came to Big East basketball, when it came to showing up in the tournament. Even if they got in around like a 9-12 seed, they always had something going on.
USA Today, Big East schools, you said?
I think that's what it was, yeah.
See
if I can find the article. Should have made a book note, kids.
Yeah, you should have done that for us anyways. This has been very useful because now I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Boston College on that list?
I think they did make it.
So I'm trying to think. A team that left the Big East 04 was Virginia Tech, Miami. Boston College was 05. Shoot. Pitt was in there. Oh, West Virginia.
There you go. Yeah.
They left for the Big 12. Cincinnati, too.
Yeah. It might have been Sports Illustrated. Let me see. Fordsman, the Big East bubble. This is shout out to Pat Ford of SI.
Oh, Pat Ford is great.
Yeah, Pat Ford. He goes, the Big East bubble burst and small conference tournament previews. The feared Big East takeover never came in the revenue sharing style era. Plus the championship.
Not surprised.
No, exactly. Not surprised. And we've talked about this before in other areas, specifically when we relate to what? Football, right? The football conferences. And you bring this up ad nauseum when we get into football.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, yeah, man, this
Catholic
is
7. How you doing?
done. That's it.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's always the Catholic 7. Those 7 Catholic schools / the old guard of the Big East of St. John's, Villanova,
Mhm.
Georgetown. I think there's a few other ones too. I think UConn. I always throw UConn in there because they are.
Yep.
How they turned down Penn State, and it was, oh, we can't have them because of football, but we can't have them. We can have them for football. We don't want them for basketball. And you made schools like Virginia Tech go to the A10 for a while because they didn't give them full membership. So,
Yep.
I always, this is why I make fun of the Big East. This is what happens to you guys. You know, you can have your cute little basketball conference, but you don't want to play with the big boys. You know.
Nope.
I've been saying this for almost 25 years in my life since the Big East kicked out Miami, Virginia Tech, and Boston College. Well, I say they left, but Big East people up north still say we kicked them out anyways because they want more money. And then they always throw that effing documentary out every March. The Big East, everything. You watch it. It's like there's coaches and those old school coaches, like, what do they bring for basketball? You can have your basketball conference, but you're not fucking shit anyways. So,
hey,
can't do it.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
So this is why I root for the ACC and the Big 12 because they actually play basketball, and they can also play football on the gridiron. You know, some schools are great at both things, anyways. So sometimes you just got to have your Nebraska team or your bullshit Northwestern team, anyways. That suck at basketball. You got to keep the grade point average up, anyways.
Hey, listen. Who said that the other day? He said the quiet part out loud. Oh my god, one of the Ohio State receivers, I think.
Said Jeremiah Smith,
the kid who transferred to Notre Dame. Is that who that was? Is that who that was? Right?
I don't know.
No, yeah. So OSU player, I think, transferred to Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
Forgive me wrong, but he's just like they're asking him about spring ball, and he's like, "Yeah, they can get me for spring ball and practice, blah 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 blah, and classes." And like, how's class? And he's like, "Well, you actually got to show up and go to class here." And he's like, "Yeah, it's part of being a student athlete."
Yes,
you know, it's not just
take an online class and just go on with my day. You know?
Yeah, exactly. You can get a tutor later. Don't worry about it. We got you taken care of.
It's all about the education sometimes, you know?
It's all about the education, baby. All about the education.
All right. I gotta ask you this question, then we'll wrap up the show, this week's show.
All right,
anyways.
let's do it.
All right. Are we having a nostalgia problem in sports, by the way?
Oh, are we having this? Can you be more specific, Alex?
All right. Did you watch the Sixers game last night on NBC?
A lot of people. No, I did not watch it on NBC. I did not participate in that viewership. Okay. But I do know where you're going with the conversation because we're at one of those cycles again where the older guard is definitely phasing out. They're definitely, unfortunately, passing away. Some of these guys, right? Getting up there in age. So we do the little homage, the little, throw them a bone, give them their flowers kind of thing. Yes. But it has definitely created conversation, specifically in the NBA.
Yes.
About was the product in the late 80s, all the 90s, years, is it better? Was it better than what we've got now? And a lot of basketball purists and a lot of casual fans are like, yeah, like it just felt different. There's a little more intensity.
Mm-hmm.
And, the NBA, for whatever reason, they continue. And, you don't want to make it a cultural thing, but they will continue to put their foot in their mouth and put themselves in a bad light all the time.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we talked about the Super Bowl, right? Like during the Super Bowl, if a guy gets in trouble, but you're thinking like Adele, you're like, man, just give me one freaking week where nothing happens. Yep. The NBA, this is weekly. Something's coming up.
Yeah.
Not good.
No. The reason why I asked is like NBC did a throwback episode. Costas, Doug Collins, Mike Fratello.
Right. Oh, Fratello came back.
Mike Fratello.
Mike Fratello. All right.
I'm gonna say this. I know people are gonna kill me for this, but I don't care.
Uh-huh.
I really don't need a throwback episode of NBA on NBC.
Yeah,
I
no.
really don't.
I was kind of put off by the John Tesh thing at the All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
The round ball classic on whatever song. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun. I was like, yeah, it's cute. Like it has its time and it has its place, but now's not the time and now's not the place.
No, I feel like if you're gonna bring back a sport,
Mhm.
like when the NFL left NBC the first time,
Yeah.
and it took a while to NBC to recognize that.
Mm-hmm.
They rebranded themselves.
Yeah.
They changed the music. They didn't bring the classic thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like the classic, I don't have the NFL on NBC music from the 90s. They didn't do that. They went something completely different. How we're clamoring for, we want the NBA on NBC.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want the classic shit. Reinvent yourself, Am I wrong? Like, you need to reinvent yourself. Like, this is not 2002 anymore. This is not 2001 anymore. 2000.
Yeah.
Give me something new.
Yeah, and it's
not by casting calls. You can do that anyways. Music, everything. Just you have to reinvent yourself.
Yeah, and I think it's a very, from a business standpoint, right? Something that I'll do and dibble into on my side or whatever.
Yeah,
like it's a very critical point in the development of the NBA, right?
Yeah,
your marquee players, the ones that you've hung your hat on over the last decade and a half, are now at the end of their life cycle, right? And I'm using this vaguely; it's not killing anybody. I'm just saying, but their viability as a product for the game to grow the game is now transitioning out, right?
Mm-hmm.
LeBron is up in age. Kevin Durant is up in age. Seth Curry is up in age. Like these Hallmark Harden, like these guys who carried you through this period, like they're moving on. Now you've got this great young crop of superstars, but you're absolutely right. I've got to meet and brand that for them and for that audience. If not, I'm going to go through this period of time where I'm in limbo, right? Like there's that period that came after the baseball strike.
Yeah.
Then after the steroid stuff was like, okay, where is baseball really going to go? What's going to happen with it? And they're still digging themselves out of that hole. But you had those guys, Bonds, Clemens, Ryan, Pedro Martinez, David Ortiz, like those guys were fading away.
Yeah.
Now who's picking up that mantle? What can we do in order to capitalize on that? And that's exactly what the NBA is facing. And you're right, to reach back into the cookie jar and say, hey, wait a minute, let me go pull out, the Costas group. You know who that's good for? That's good for guys my age.
Yeah.
That's not good for the kid who's sitting there picking up the remote, streaming on his phone and like, oh, I want to see what's it's like. He's like, who the hell is this?
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
Like I saw that, like I'm so turned off by that. Like, you're the old graphics and like you have the same old curves. Like, this is great 25 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't need this in 2026.
No, unless you do something like what TNT used to do.
Players only was cool.
Yeah, players only, right? And they did it the one time on Inside the NBA where they kind of did like a throwback 60s or 70s show.
Yeah.
They all wore like the bell bottoms and had like the polyester suits and stuff like that. And Craig Sager, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Who looked totally awesome. But like, okay, that works as like a little bit of sprinkle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to
a one-off,
it is a one-off. And maybe NBC looked at it this time and said, hey, let me go back to this. Let's see what kind of reception we get from it. But I think you're right. I think there needs to be a serious look in the mirror.
The NBA has lost me anyways, and I don't know what game is on what day.
No,
I'm not joking with you. Like, I don't know what game is on what. Like, what's your national TV games? I always knew this. TNT always had Thursday nights.
Yep.
And it also had Tuesday nights during the regular season, post football season. NBA was on ESPN on Wednesdays and Fridays.
Yep.
And they had Saturday night and a Sunday game. You need to tell me what game's on what day.
It's
this is why I don't look for it anyways, because you're on. I don't know what channel you're on.
Yeah, it seems as if not only are you fishing for it and looking for it and trying to find it, but when it does come around, the NBA in whatever capacity it is, and I'm gonna say even the playoff time, playoff push, whatever, like it feels forced on me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm compelling you to watch, the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals or something like that. Like I wanted to watch this. I was geeked up to watch this 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Now, what am I waiting for? I'm just waiting for the finals.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the finals.
Like tonight, I know it. It's like I just opened up. I was like, what's on
Yeah,
channel?
what's on tonight?
Thunder Knicks. Okay, that's on ESPN. And Hawks Bucks. I could do not with that game anyways at late night. By the way, that's my personal opinion.
No, and see, that's the other thing too. Like they're pigeonholing themselves into these games, and they're coming around later on in the season. They're finding out that they don't have the flexibility to
They don't have
move
flex schedule.
on. Right. There's no flex schedule. So you're expecting who's playing Atlanta?
Milwaukee.
All right. So you're expecting full on Giannis, who hasn't really been present the entire year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trae Young, who's not even in Atlanta anymore.
Nope.
So you don't even have two relevant names in this game. No shade to the guys who are playing, but if I'm the executive and I'm the producer and I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, okay, at least I've got these guys to anchor it. So I'm going to get something in the Midwest market, probably something in the South market, at least for a little bit of time.
Yeah.
No one cares about this game.
No. The early
You
game
could put this
watch.
on ESPN Plus and no one would watch.
No one would watch. Exactly. Like Thursday, here's the Thursday games. Warriors Rockets 7:30 in Houston.
Yeah, who am I watching? Am I watching for like more drama with Draymond Green? Steph's still on the sideline.
Kevin Durant's gonna be playing.
Durant will be playing. But what I'm saying is like,
no Jimmy Butler.
No, we've cycled out of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
People are done with the Kevin Durant story. People are done with the LeBron story. People are done with the Jimmy Butler story. People are done with the Draymond story. It was fun and it was cute.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
And your late game is Lakers Nuggets at 10. Like, I'm good.
Like, here's a perfect example. 1979, Lakers draft Magic.
Yep.
Right? From 79 through 91. Showtime Lakers.
Yep.
4 championships, 7 appearances, MVPs, Cream, Worthy, Magic, Cooper, Harper. Like, they were loaded. They were must-see TV. It was fun. But after that Jordan era took over, the Lakers didn't try to become Showtime Lakers again. They did try to become Showtime Lakers again. But then they drafted a kid named Kobe Bryant that they got in the trade. And from that point going forward, they were like, we need to evolve.
Yep.
If we want to be relevant. And guess what? They evolved. Lo and behold, bring in Phil Jackson, 3-peat, Kobe gets 2 by himself, and then it cycles out again. But this whole trying to bring LeBron in, who's already done that before, at the end of his career, like, it's old. It's played out. It doesn't work.
No.
It doesn't work anymore, NBA.
No. You got to evolve.
You got to evolve, man.
Evolve.
And this is the other thing. Last pointed thing on the NBA. Last point anyway. Win now. The idea of building a championship team. Get 1 or 2 young bits of talent that you know are going to be there.
Yeah.
Go get the pieces that you need and win.
Yep.
Win. And I understand why LeBron would, go to this team, that team, chase his championships, and he's going after his championships. But, Durant won the championships. He knew he was good. He knew, guess what? I've got to go to Golden State.
Yeah.
I'm not going to win it in Brooklyn.
I'm not going to win OKC,
I'm not winning OKC, which if there was any team, and that right there is a perfect example. If there were any team that had a blueprint of drafting and cultivating young talent into a position of winning, it would have been OKC.
Mm-hmm.
That roster was ridiculous. It was ridiculous when they were there. Harden, Durant, Siakam. I mean, like, come on, guys. Like, you should have won a chip.
Steven Adams was on. They should have won, but they didn't.
Yeah. Birdman. Like, come on. Yeah.
All right. So is there a team that could save the NBA right now? Can we save the Spurs, who are 44-17?
Can they save the NBA? I think.
Are we due for a Spurs dynasty again?
The Wemby kid is really good, man. The Wemby kid is really, really good. And hey, shout out to Cooper Flagg being the real deal and as advertised. Yes. I didn't think he would take off. I mean, I knew he was going to be good, but I didn't think he was going to be as good as he is right now in this moment.
Yeah.
And again, maybe that's the transition that's happening, in the league. Embrace it and move on. But yeah, I think people are kind of, I don't know, man. Like there's no who's the last team
there's no true cut answer.
Yeah, there's no true cut answer. What did we say after the NBA Finals last year? Wow, Oklahoma City won. Yay.
Whee!
Yeah, like exactly. Like, well, that's great.
Yeah.
Like Oklahoma City championship relevancy, none.
I don't want to see shit.
Exactly. It was like after
Yep.
it was we talked about it for 2 days or 24 hours and we moved on,
Yeah, SGA, that's great, man, but enough. And people putting him like, I can't.
All right.
My
don't
NBA
want-
hate runs too deep.
I don't want to short circuit you right now anyway. So on an NBA rant right now. But
Get
we'll
off
do-
my lawn, kids.
All right. Big thanks to Anthony Sanfilippo from On Patterson coming on the show. We talk a lot of Flyers and some NHL. Duncan, thank you as always. We'll talk next week. How about that?
Let's do it.
Joe Manuel next week. So we'll talk. We will recap the NHL trade deadline and so much more. Take care. Be well. Join us on YouTube. By the way, we post the show in 3 parts. Part 1 is me and Duncan Dad. Part 2 is the guest, and part 2 is the guest, and part 3 is the ending of the show. So enjoy the YouTube stuff as well. Subscribe to that as well.